Hi, I'm Glenn Robertson, and the purpose of this short video is to provide you with a brief summary of my fourth year major project, as part of my studies for an honours degree in music technology. The title of my project is Spatial Audio Production for the Synchronisation of Non-Linear Media. So what does that mean? Let me explain. My project seeks to investigate the implementation of a spatial audio technique, namely binaural audio rendering within a game engine, in this case Unreal Engine 4, providing a more realistic three-dimensional acoustic experience, and assessing the end product via a survey in order to gauge user feedback. Conventional stereo, in all its different formats, is currently the most commonly used output format on the market, providing the end user with a perceived lateral plane of sound. Binaural audio improves the user experience during playback, creating a more immersive soundscape. It requires the use of a head-related transfer function, in this case Google Resonance, as it is natively supported within Unreal Engine, and emulates the way that real-world sounds are transformed by the listener's head, torso, and ear shape before they are heard by the ear and perceived by the brain. However, in order to achieve this, the use of headphones is essential. Late last year, when discussing my project specification with my mentor, I was encouraged to undertake a proof of concept in order to check the feasibility of such a task. This task was actioned quickly, created a basic application environment, incorporated some basic sound effects, both stereo and ambisonic, and endeavoured to add perceived elevation directionality. The proof of concept was demonstrated to my mentor, and approval was obtained to proceed with my major project. The City Park Environment Collection by Andrei and Alexei Serebryakov was identified as providing a realistic and multifaceted location, providing possibilities to highlight binaural audio. This map contained a number of potential areas of note for audio development. However, for the purposes of this project, I chose 4 specific zones. An audio specification sheet was created in order to maintain and manage the sounds required for the project. This sheet provides information on data organization, audio formats, source, and project management such as priority and status. In order to obtain recordings, a number of local areas were used for audio capture. These were Barshaw Park, marked as A, and Glenburn Forest, marked as B, on the shown map. A Sennheiser Ambio-VR microphone with a Zoom F4 field recorder were used to capture ambisonic B format audio, as well as a Zoom H6 field recorder to record stereo WAV files. Any additional audio which couldn't be recorded locally was sourced via the web. All audio files required some form of audio editing before they could be utilized within the game application. All of the raw audio files, both stereo and ambisonic, were collected and organized in a sensible manner. 2 digital audio workstation applications were then used for editing, for example fades and noise reduction. These were Ableton for the stereo files and Reaper for the ambisonic AmbiX files. Fmod was chosen as the principal sound effects engine for the project. It was used to collect and control all the audio files within one session, organized in the same hierarchy as determined in the audio specification. Nearly 30 separate Fmod events were created, utilizing various different instrument types in order to organize the audio files and set the parameters, allowing them to behave in a realistic way when brought into the Unreal environment. When Fmod events are brought into Unreal, they take the form of audio emitters, which require to be positioned within the 3D environment. Over 50 of these have been placed across the 4 zones. Audio occlusion was utilized within the underpass section in order to highlight how sound behaves when a barrier is positioned between a sound source and the listener. An audio volume was also included within the underpass to apply reverberance to all audio sources within this area, as well as prevent external audio from bleeding in. In order to mimic the natural world and create an immersive scene, a number of footsteps on various materials were recorded and created into an Fmod event with a variable terrain parameter. This event required to be linked to the character animation blueprint within Unreal in order to emulate and adapt to the character walking across various surfaces. A showcase video was required to be created in order to conduct the user survey, and DaVinci Resolve 17 was chosen for this purpose. The raw footage was captured in 2 ways, these being rendered camera shots within Unreal Engine's video sequencer, as well as raw gameplay footage captured via open broadcast software. It was important to include gameplay footage as this replicates how the end user would interact with the application. Once a draft of the finalised video, lasting nearly 11 minutes, was complete, survey questions were then annotated at set time intervals throughout the video. Using Google Forms, a total of 14 questions testing people's awareness to a specific sound at a given moment were posed to 30 participants during the video, and these are the results. These results are heavily skewed in favour of the 3D acoustic experience, in that the majority of the participants strongly agreed with the positioning of the sound. In conclusion, the 5 project deliverables, as listed in the project specification, have been achieved, these being the creation of a proof of concept, the creation, management and completion of an audio specification, multiple formats of audio recorded and edited, the implementation of this media into a functional 3D environment, and a survey conducted with positive feedback. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen to this video. Cheers.